Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and sound at home. Today, let us start with lesson number 5 of English Grammar Interrogative Sentences. Before we start with this chapter, let us have an introduction of interrogative sentences. Let us start by asking you some questions. If I ask you, what is your name? How are you today? Did you have a good night's sleep? Did you have your breakfast? Are you ready with the books? Have you bought your pen to write? Are you ready for the today's class? Here, what am I doing? I am asking you some questions. What is an interrogative sentence? It is a sentence which asks you question. So, let's look into brief what actually is an interrogative sentence. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. For example, if I say, "Why were you late yesterday? Is it sunny? Are these apples? Are they happy? Is the dog friendly?" What am I doing here? I am asking you questions, and all these questions are known as interrogative sentences. So, an interrogative sentence always starts with a capital letter and ends with a question mark. This kind of sentence is also known as question sentence. Now let's recall the sentences that I asked. What is your name? Here, what is written in capital, and after name you are adding a question mark. Similarly, look at all the other sentences. How are you today? Did you have a good night's sleep? Did you have your breakfast? Are you ready with the books? Have you bought your pen to write? Are you ready for today's class? If you look into all the sentences, here what I have done is, in all the sentences, I have started the sentence with a capital letter, and at the end of each sentence I have put a question mark, which means that all these sentences are interrogative sentences. Now let us look at the question words. There are some question words which will help you identify the interrogative sentences. They are is, are, was, were, has, have, had, will, shall, can, when, why, where, who, which, how, what, who. So, in any of the sentences, if the sentence is starting with these words and it has a question mark at the end, you can identify the sentences to be interrogative sentences. Now let's compare the sentences. Here the first sentence, I am right, is a statement. When you convert it into an interrogative sentence, what you do is you put the verb in the first place and you put the subject after the verb. Here, I am right. Am is the verb. You put the verb in the first place, so you change the sentence to am I right? We are late. Here, you put the verb are in the front and you put the subject, which is we, after the verb. So, the sentence becomes, are we late? Let's look at some more sentences. She is old. So, interrogative sentences, is she old? The sound was clear. Was the sound clear? His clothes were dirty. Were his clothes dirty? You have a pen. Have you a pen? She had got a watch. Had she got a watch? They have seen the Taj. Have they seen the Taj? He will leave early. Will he leave early? She can help me. Can she help me? So, in all these sentences that we have seen, you will see there is a particular thing that is changing which helps in the formation of the interrogative sentences. Sentences of the type I am, he is, you were, etc. How you are changing them? You use am, is, were, etc. before the subject. Like we have done in the first sentence, I am right. So, am I right? Sentences of the type he has, you have, had, I had, etc. You put has, have, had before the subject. And the verb is made, if the verb is made up of two words, the first word you will put before the subject. To understand it more properly, let us look into some examples. Formation of interrogative sentences examples. Look, first sentence, I am hungry. What are you doing here? You are putting am, which is the verb, in front of the subject. Subject is I. Am I hungry? He is a teacher. Is he a teacher? You were late for the class. So, were you are putting in front of you. Were you late for the class? He has got a pen. Has he got a pen? What are you doing here? You are changing the verb's place to the first place and you are putting the subject he behind it. You have done your work. Have you done your work? I had done something wrong. Had I done something wrong? He is playing in the garden. Is he playing in the garden? Now in this sentence, he is playing in the garden. Here is playing is the verb. When you put the verb in the first place, if you have two words that are forming the verb, before the subject you will put one verb, that is he, and then you will put playing in the garden. Look at the next sentence. They are good students. Here you are putting are before they. Are they good students? So, with this, we come to the end of this session. I hope you all have understood the chapter thoroughly. If you have not understood it, revise it again and again. Go through the video again and again and try to solve all the examples that have been given in the textbook in your grammar notebook. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.